really like this. We've talked about how I like Magnus, and this is really nice too.
I don't really like the idea of a bird wolf or whatever. But yeah, that's almost like a snake back there. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything else. Let's just keep going. Let me know if it breaks, and then I might pick one up.
I am going to blame you live on camera. This is all your fault that I have started to order a couple of Dr. Wu figures. I have my Super Saiyan Magnus here, not urine Magnus, Super Saiyan.
Welcome back, Transformers fans. It's me, James the Con.
And it's me, Bobby the Bot.
Here with another round of news. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're only, at the time of recording, 30 subscribers away from our goal of 500 before TFCon, which is coming up, which is crazy as well. It feels like just yesterday I bought those tickets. So we'd appreciate it if you subscribe. It means the world to us. So hopefully we'll do that. But without further ado, let's get into these news. And speaking of TFCon, the first thing is about TFCon. So David Sobolov is going to be there, who did Depth Charge and Shockwave from Prime. And I think that's Blitzwing, not Starscream. I always get confused because it looks like Starscream. And I guess he also did Rhinox in Rise of the Beasts. But I don't think Rhinox had one line. Or they cut it out. They probably cut it
out. That was probably his.
Did he even do that? Not trying to be cheeky. I really don't remember.
I don't remember either. I think that might have been all he did.
But it would be cool to see him because he did do Depth Charge. And that is a classic character in my book, at least.
I was actually, when I saw this, I was just thinking, are you going to get an autograph, since I know how much you love that figure?
I do like the original Depth Charge, but I'm not into autographs. We've talked about that in the show before. I think it's great. I love it when people talk about their stories of meeting the actors, voice actors that changed the childhood and blah, blah, blah. That's not for me, though. I would buy a toy in a heartbeat, but I'm not paying for somebody to sign a piece of paper. No offense to the people who are signing those pieces of papers. It's just not for me.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Let's get moving on to some leaks. Now, I think you already saw some of these leaks, but let's get into them. They're all from Takara again. Let's start off with the least interesting ones, I think, to you, and we'll end with the most interesting ones. And the first ones are the least interesting because we already saw these. We've got Novocaine and Prime from Studio Series. There's not much to say. They look like they're just repacks, of the original ones.
I just went to the dentist this week, and I think I need some Novocaine just from looking at this Novocaine.
Yeah, they're fine for what they are, but But this is where I'm interested. So this is Legacy United. This is Silverbolt. I know Bobby has an issue with the name. These aren't clear pictures. They're clearer than I thought when I put them in this screenshot. I thought they were going to be way blurrier. I have to see clearer pictures because that wolf mode is looking kind of rough. Gonna be honest. The bot mode, I can't see much of it, but it looks fine. I think this is a great alternative to Transart, but I still think I'm leaning towards Transart, mostly because I'm not even really into this character. I do really like the design and stuff, but he's not my favorite character. He also turned Black Arachne on Maximal, and I don't like that. If I'm remembering correctly. But I really like how the wings move on the Transart one, which I understand this couldn't do with the price point. But the way the wings move is really cool, just coming from an action figure lover's point of view. So we'll see. I think I'm going to pass on this, though, because the third-party offering.
I'm passing on this so hard. It's like I missed my stop off the highway. Yeah, this is an easy pass for me. We've had discussions about the name Silverbolt, of course. I don't really like the idea of a bird wolf or whatever. They lost me with this character when I did watch Beast Wars, which was recently. So for those who like this character, or in the case of James, who thinks this is the best Silverbolt, Good luck. I will be passing on this one as well as the third party one. I just don't like that alt mode.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I love fusors. I think they're fun. And that's what I want out of my Transformers. I've said that before on the show. I want fun stuff, interesting stuff that makes me go, oh, that looks cool on the shelf. And a lot of just having a car on the shelf doesn't do that to me. I'm not a car guy like you are. And that's just me.
It also talks about when we grew up. I mean, for me, Transformers were cars and jets, and that's what made it so appealing. Was it's like, oh, you don't know that this is a robot. It's a regular everyday car. If I saw a wolf with wings fly by, something's happening. Something's not right. Either it's a Transformer or it's demons. Pick your poison. But so I won't jump on you about the character. I just had a problem with the name because it's like
that, and that makes sense. I honestly think they used the name. We're getting so off topic, but whatever. I think they used the name because they were doing trademarking. They wanted to keep that trademark, so they used it.
Exactly.
And it kind of makes sense. He flies through the sky. He's not afraid of flying, but you could stretch your imagination a bit. But anyways, let's move on to the thing that I thought of all these leaks you would at least be a little bit interested in, and that's Masterpiece Rhinox. You are a Masterpiece collector. I could see you maybe getting this, but personally, I'm out just because I don't collect MP Maximals. If it was a Waspinator, an Inferno, a Tarantulas, anybody else, I would have picked it up. But Maximal, that's not a Fusor, I'm not getting.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick this up. And this is going to sound bad. If I did pick one up, it would be a KO, if anything, because I'm just not a fan. I did pick up a couple of the Beast Wars MP scale figures, but that was because they were on a deep discount or a deep sale or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd probably do the same. I do have the Night Stalker. I think that's his name. No, that's not his name. Shadow Panther, excuse me. And it's not my favorite figure just because of how complex the transformation is. Like, it's needlessly complex, and it doesn't really look good in alt mode. And I know you have the Dinobot, and I think that suffers the same issue as well as the Megatron. Like, they try to make it too cartoon accurate. But to each their own. I'm very excited to see this in people's collections, though.
Yeah.
And we're one step closer to a Waspinator.
And I don't like that grin, or it looks like a grin. And again, it might not be on the Rhino.
He had a really goofy Rhino.
Yeah.
It was 3D animation back in the day. It was a little rough.
Yeah.
He looked a little goofy. Yeah. But it still looks fine from what I can see. So hopefully we'll see more about these on October 6th, which it says 10/6. So I'm assuming that's when we'll get official announcements.
There we go.
All right, next let's get into Just Announced. And the first thing is something that made me think of you, and that are these art prints. So you could get them at Moore's Art Gallery. By this time this comes up, they will already be out because it was September 29th at 6 p.m. UK time. And they're Starscream prints, so they look fine.
I like the one of him holding Megatron as a gun and that smirk on his face. It almost makes me think of, he's thinking about doing something to Megatron, actually.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, I wouldn't pick them up personally.
I'm actually running out. I mean, I have 3 pictures I need to hang up now, and I'm trying to find where I'm going to put them at. So I think I'm out on art for right now.
All right. Well, go get them if you need them. Show us pictures if you do buy them. Next, we've got Funby Studios. Now, I don't think you could buy this fully assembled, but you can get the 3D prints. And this is the Mechanibles, and I guess it's from the comic. I never read a lot of the comic from Marvel, but this thing looks funky.
This is like right up your alley of
fun. Honestly, I could see this being in a G1 cartoon. This looks straight out of the G1 cartoon to me. Like some weird episode where they ran into an alien race or something like that.
I mean, as we said, when they were at lunch, maybe smoking a little something or drinking a little something or doing a little something else. It is possible.
It is. This is the manifestations of what they were seeing. Next, we've got some gap fillers for Nova Prime. So we've already talked about this and the Galaxy Force Prime, how we hated the guns on it because they were so hollow. And this fixes it. So it's really cool. If I had either of these figures, this would be a necessary add-on, but I don't, and I don't plan on getting them. But it does make the figure look better.
It does. And, you know, I don't have them either, so it won't be anything that I'll be picking up. But I love companies that do this and create these 3D printed things. They look great. It's sad that we have to get them because it's just a huge cost added to the figure in some cases.
Yeah, definitely. But let's move on to another add-on kit, and that is this non-F neck for Sludge. Now, it looks like you keep the base and the head and you just change the inner part. I do not like how it is one diameter from the circle part of the base all the way to the neck. It does not look right to me, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
You know, it
and here's another picture of it on his back.
You know, it's really long on his back. It would have been great if it like compressed up a little bit so it wasn't looking like he has 3 legs. Yeah, I definitely see that where it would be appealing in the alt mode. But yeah, it's almost like a snake back there. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything else. Let's just keep going to this, which is the NBK, which we both have the sniper, the Gatling gun. Now, what do you think of this guy?
We actually got the sniper rifle at the same time. I
literally
liked it. Yes,
at the same time.
Yes, and I actually like the sniper rifle, so I actually bought the other color as well. We got them for a good price. I'm in for this. I love the colors. Yeah. I love the all the bullets. I can't think of what that thing is called, but all of them together like that, whatever that piece is called. At first, when I first saw this picture and didn't realize it was a Gatling gun, I thought he was holding a bicycle chain. So that's initially what I thought of. But I'm in for it. I like it, and clearly my dog likes it as well. He wants to be famous. But I'm in for it. Yeah,
me too. I like these colors. I just hope they fix the ankles, because every time I transform that figure, the ankles pop out, and I'm worried they're going to break just because it's not the best plastic. But what do you get for $70 for like a 2-foot tall toy? But I hope they fix that. But other than that, I love this thing. The purple and the gold with the blue accents look gorgeous. So hopefully we'll be able to see this soon, and hopefully it's the same price.
And I hope they fix, for mine, the back shoulder cannon didn't tab in.
Yes, it doesn't tab in well at all, and it looked awkward where it is. Yes. I don't know. This looks like a complete remold. I could be wrong. It doesn't look like the same mold at all. It looks like they took engineering from the first one, but it looks completely new.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that those are things that, since it looks like he has a peg on his shoulder again, I hope they tighten that up. But I'm all in for it.
Yeah, me too. This is all for you. We got Dr. Wu's Firefighters. This thing actually looks really good for the size it is, and I can't wait to see this in your collection.
So, from time to time, I try to give a shout out to some of the people who comment on our videos, and we really appreciate it. And we have one person in particular who has been hyping me up to get Dr. Wu figures. and I am going to blame you live on camera. This is all your fault that I have started to order a couple of Doctor Wu figures. I am looking for that Ultra Magnus because you talked about how good it is, so I am looking for it. I will not be picking this one up though. I am not that big of a fan of Inferno, and so this is a easier pass for me. I do like how they have, you know, the it looks like a similar like a shrunken down Hasbro figure, meaning that they did a lot with the size, and it cleans up well, similar to what a Hasbro figure, you know, would do. Nothing outrageous like a third party or anything like that to make it look ultra real, but it looks like it could be a shrunken down Hasbro figure.
Yeah, I completely agree. They did a lot with the size that they're working with. Now, what if this comes out in that shattered glass color scheme you like?
I'm still out. I'm just not a fan.
Whoa.
I'm just not a fan. The X-Transbots, you know, they got me with theirs. I bought all 4 of their utility vehicles, and so I'm good.
All right. Well, we'll have to see how many of these he buys when they come out eventually. Next, we've got SND's 08S, the one shattered version. So I don't know if you've been following this, but they did have the normal Optimus colors already come out. And that was a Voyager-sized figure, so fit in with Hasbro figures. I really like these colors and how they came about. This looks really nice. I still probably won't get it, but it looks really, really nice. If I had more of the Shattered Glass collection, because I stopped after a while, I would definitely get this to be part of that and throw away that Optimus. I do not like that Optimus. What type of Optimus was that? Earthrise Optimus. It's not my favorite Optimus mold. This is 100 times better, and I would definitely pick this up if I plan to have a Shattered Glass chug shelf.
I think I'm gonna get this.
Really? Oh, that surprises me.
This looks amazing.
It does. Well, now I might have to get it too now.
I think it looks. I mean, it looks so good that I thought it was when I first saw this, I thought it was a picture that somebody drew, and I was like, "Oh wait, the picture doesn't transform." So this is actually really good, like really, really good, and. I'm
surprised you like it. It's supposed to be IDW Prime from the comics.
I love the colors. I love the design. I love the broken glass. I just think it looks really clean, and that's the other part about it, where I had issues again with some of the Hasbro figures, is that you can tell that it's a Transformer because there's arms showing, or things showing. This cleans up really, really well in alt mode. I mean, I can still tell it's a Transformer because of tabs or panels, but it just looks really good, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too. But what I'm even more here for is this. So they're also doing an Ultra Magnus, and this is SND 08U, the one Ultimate version. I really like this. We've talked about how I like Magnus, and this is really nice too. So I might pick this one up. I can put this with my Chug figures. I don't have a Magnus with them, so this one might be bought. I might buy both of them. They both look really nice. I just didn't need another Optimus, so I didn't buy the Optimus version. Are you picking up this one too?
So I don't know what the price is. Do you offhand? Do you know how much the Optimus was?
I think, don't quote me on this, but I think there was about 80 for the original one, which makes sense because it's about $7. $7, 7 inches tall, a little less, 6.5, 7 inches tall.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Okay. Wallet, I need your help. Okay, so I put the call in. So. Yeah, so I'll be picking up both.
Yeah, they look really cool. All right, next we've got this guy, which is X-Transbots MX40R Rocky. And we've talked about this before, but I thought this deserved to be in the just announced because we saw the figure instead of just, what did we see? The head, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
This looks really good. Now, I know I've had a note X-Transbots rule, but I don't think anybody's going to be making this, and this looks like an alternate universe Rodimus Prime, which I could put with my figures. So I'm going to let you get it. Let me know if it breaks, and then I might pick one up, because this is probably going to be the only chance I get to get this rare, off-the-wall concept art Rodimus Prime.
Wow. So it
looks nice.
I just mentioned a few segments ago that I love their utility vehicles. And
that's another reason why I was thinking about getting it, because of the high praise you gave me. This mold in particular.
This mold, it's a great mold, and they're very posable, and so I'm here for it. And this one is probably I don't want to say my least favorite. This isn't, out of the four, this is probably on the second half of, I like it, but it's not. Probably my third.
It's also one you don't need in your collection.
Yeah, true.
That's probably a reason why you're like about it, just because it's not a character that ever came to fruition besides a few pieces of concept art.
Yeah. But it will be in my collection.
Yeah. I think this next one's going to be in my collection, though. And that's saying a lot, because it's still X-Transbots. And they're doing it in Nemesis colors. I love how weird this is. It is the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen. And I need it. And I've said before, if X-Transbots does weird repaints and stuff like that, I will probably pick some of them up. And they did it with this. So I think this will be coming home eventually. The red one I want as well, but this one definitely will probably be coming home.
Wow.
The weight of my heart is a weird repaint on a fat bot, I guess.
I will be picking this one up as well. And it's just going to be a bunch of utility vehicles. I think, again, I like the mold, like the colors. I actually like how these two are so different as well. Like the wings on the back here versus the previous one had the wings kind of on the side. I'm here for it. I like the difference in weapons. So, yeah, bring them on.
Yeah. And honestly, this would be a really good Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime. Not a Hot Rod, but a Rodimus Prime. Because it is so different from the normal Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
Like, that would actually look really cool, And somebody posted, I saw this on Facebook, and I don't remember your name, so I apologize. But they said he starts the fires and then comes and waits for them to come to douse him because he's bad. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. Okay. And I love his name. MX40D Death God. That's cool. Okay. Shinigami. Next we have this guy, which is just for you. We have Dreamstar Toys Black Raid Warrior is what they're calling him. And this is the fourth one of their Fearless God of War. I guess that's the full name. And what do you think about this guy?
Wow, it doesn't. Oh, I guess it does. Yeah, it does. I'm of course I'm in for it. I'm 2 in and waiting on the third one. So this was actually my favorite. I think is it Air Raid? I have to look up here real quick.
I think this is Air Raid because his name is Black Raid.
Yeah. So Air Raid was not my favorite of the bots. I have to look again. Skydive was my favorite, and but this looks really good. It looks like like straight out of Top Gun or something like that. So I'm not a jet person in terms of the name, so please correct me for whatever model jet this is, but this looks really, really clean. The chest looks good. Hopefully no terrible flap
right there.
Oh yeah.
So I think this still looks like a prototype and it needs color. I really don't like the color scheme on these guys. I really, really don't like it. Yeah. Other than that, it looks good. I like the molding. I like the jet mode. I like the what they've done to kind of not update, stylize these figures. I just hate the color scheme. It's not the aerial bots at all.
No. Well, and I just saw this. So Top Raid. So maybe it is the Top Gun meets Air Raid. So
yeah, maybe.
I'm here for it.
Next, we have Studio Cell. So they are at the Guangzhou, excuse me if I mispronounced that, comic exhibition. And this is from far away. So you could see, Primus in there, or Seed, I think is called. But if you zoom in, looks like they're doing a full Devastator in MP scale. Now, I don't know how big that Primus is, but I'm assuming it's as big as their Unicron. So these are going to be big boys. Are you going to be in on this set? From what you can see.
So the vehicles look very Cybertronian, I guess I would say.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, they don't look like Earth modes.
Yeah.
But then they don't look like Cybertronian modes either.
Right. So they took a different turn on the vehicles, which I would definitely like to see in color, but you can, kind of make out which one is which. I'm uncertain. I did just get a Toy World Weather Devastator today, which was a replacement for the one I got, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. And the hip area just exploded. So I basically have, 2 legs like this. So I do need another Devastator, I guess. I may be in on this because those alt modes are a bit, they are different, not even a bit different. They are different. And I just wish we could get a Computron instead of all these different Devastators. It depends on the cost. $100 a piece, I'm in. 150, maybe. More than that, I'll probably be out.
Yeah. So with me, I like these alt modes. I like that they're a little different. I also like that it doesn't look like he has pants. It looks like every figure contributes to the alt mode. And I really like that. So it might, if they're each $100 and they come out with, spread out and they look nice, I might be in on this. And they have ab crunches. But I really don't need another Devastator. So,
gosh,
we'll tentatively maybe for me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into updates. And we have a ton to go through, so we're going to have to keep this kind of brief. So the first thing is we've got, this is going to be easy to pass up. We've got the Transformers movie 15th anniversary Decepticon pack. They look fine for what they are. Do you have anything else to say about these?
Nope. Good luck picking them up.
Next, we've got MP Bone Crusher. It looks great for what it is, not for me. And I know you cannot wait to get your hands on this.
Nope. We can move on.
Next, we've got Figure King. We've got more stuff on here. These are scans, obviously. Inferno and Airraiser look the best on this. Oh, never mind. I couldn't see her. Antagony looks the best, which I just got today. Haven't been able to open her yet, so I'm going to do that. Other than that, I think all of these are easy passes.
So you know what? I apologize to the fans who actually like this stuff. I do want to give these the attention that they deserve, so I won't be passing on them so fast, just in case somebody does want to look at them and see what's in there. These are not for my collection or James' collection, but let us know why you like them, why you're picking them up. I know typically these are easier passes for me, especially the studio ones. But I have Antagony. I'm mad that I ordered it for me, and I ordered some for you, and mine hasn't even left yet, but you received yours today. I was kind of upset about that.
Thank you, Bobby.
So.
Well, I will say this. I was going to get that Primal, as not as Primal, but like change his name, make him a Decepticon, and blah 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 blah. And then I saw how big it was in its leader class, and it's like the size of Magnificus. So I'm not going to be picking him up. So I wouldn't pass on everything. It's just the size is just ridiculous for the price.
We liked his weapon.
That I still want that chain.
Yep.
To put on other figures. It's really cool. And I don't know why they cut that out of the movie. Okay, we're supposed to be going fast.
Now we can pass on. I think hopefully we gave you guys enough there.
This is Earthspark figures. They look better than their US counterparts, but that's all I have to say.
You can get that out.
And that's Nightshade. I remembered his name, or their name. That's Nightshade. He looks good. He looks the best one, I think, out of all of these figures.
I agree. That would be the only one that I think we both said we would pick up, even though I'm not picking it up and you said you were going to pick it up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I digress.
All right. Next, we've got actually some meat and potatoes. So what do you think of anything on here? I know you're probably going to be picking up that Shadow Striker, right?
Actually, I am. Yeah.
That's surprising.
I'm not.
Okay, yeah. So I already have the Detrius. I actually saw Trashmaster in store today, but I passed on him. Every picture I see of this Magnus, all I can think of is how they messed his proportions up. So I'm out on that Magnus. Definitely. 100%.
I'm in on the Magnus. I actually
do you see the picture of him holding the Matrix though?
I have my Super Saiyan Magnus here, not urine Magnus, Super Saiyan Magnus. I will be picking up Incredible Hulk Magnus because that's kind of how he's shaped there.
If they painted him in green and gave him a different head, I'd pick that up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that looks like Incredible Hulk with, so I will be picking it up. I don't know. I think I'm going to give him the Matrix from my Super Saiyan Magnus. So he has an appropriate size Matrix. Maybe that will make me feel better about it.
Maybe. And then lastly, we've got this, which is, I think, the hybrid style. I think that's what they're calling it, correct? Missing Link Convoy. So here are some tests. I don't think it's test shots. I think it's all art and what it's going to look like in the package, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm still upset about the stickers, but gotta get it.
Yeah. Okay, so next we've got the animated Optimus Prime. They showed off a few things about it. Not much to say, except I realized why I don't like this figure. And it's the chest. It looks so wrong. Here it is next to the original animation and the original toy. It is way too big. In every direction. It is wrong. And I can't get over it. There was one thing that I saw this, and I was like, it's not right. And that's why. And you can also see how small their budget has over the years, because look at the paint on the original one versus this one. There's so much missing. But yeah, this is an easy pass for me, just because of that.
Not a fan of. Ironically, I like the new version more than I do the other two.
Well, that makes sense because you don't like the animated.
I don't. Yes.
Killer Scheme, but at the same time, gosh, I know you don't like it. I hated it at first. I recommend you give it a try. When you get used to it, it's actually a really good show. But even taking that out, that original toy did this animation model so well. Yes. It is almost perfect that this new toy, unless you're on a budget. I understand if you want an animated Optimus, get this one for $35 because the original toy is like $100 plus. But it has a better axe. It does have a better axe.
I love the articulation, and I don't know what the articulation was in the first figure, but it's
not bad. It's definitely not bad for 2009, 2010. I don't remember when it came out. That it came out in, but the new one does look like it has quality of life improvements like wrist swivels and ankle tilts and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'll be passing.
Yeah, me too. I have the original one. I'm good with that. I like the head, though. They did a good job with the head. I know you don't like it, but I think they did a good job with the head. Okay, next we've got Toy Fair. I guess this year they decided not to show off anything new. It was all what they've already shown, and it was all Rise of the Beast and Earthspark. Except they did show off one thing that's new, and those are those two wacky combiners. So let's talk about them. We've got Bumblebee and Mo Malto. I didn't watch the show. Is Mo Malto the human character? The little girl?
Not that I know. That I've only gotten to like the second or third episodes still, and I haven't heard that name. So unless the girl turns into something else or something.
I think that's what's going to happen, honestly. It actually, Mo Malto, whatever that is, whoever that is, looks good. Bumblebee doesn't look so good. But the whole gimmick is that they do the way the Energon people combined. And they, like, both could turn into each part, which is just straight ripoff of Energon. And it looks just as good as the Energon combiners do, which is not that good. To me, personally.
I hate the way the sword pegs in. I'm sorry. That looks so bad.
It would be. I am happy for the kid who gets this, though, because this does look like fun. Yeah. I would have fun with this if I was a kid, transforming it into all the different modes and stuff. But I think they needed to give that Mo Malto an alt mode, because I don't think it has one.
So this is also, again, take 8-year-old Bobby. This is what my G1 toys probably look like, you know. So 8-year-old Bobby would probably love this, and actually, this has more articulation and everything than the toys I had. So a kid now would probably love this, and I'm, just picking fun. It's not for me as an adult collector, but as a kid, I would have been all over this probably. Yeah,
I'd probably be over this one even more because it's not Bumblebee. This is, let me get the names, Terran Twitch with Robbie Malto, which is why I thought it was the humans, because they both have a last name.
Yes, Robbie is one of the characters.
Robbie was, okay, so I'm assuming Mo would be that little girl that's in it.
Mo, yes, it is Mo. It is Mo.
Mo, yeah, okay. So they must get robot suits at some point.
Sorry.
And these do the same thing where they combine. So
this one looks better.
One looks a little bit better.
This one looks I like Twitch on top.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, both of them look good, but I like the fist.
It looks better.
The fist hanging behind with Robbie on top. Oh my gosh, that is like classic G1 Transformer there.
It gives you a little bit of nostalgia. All right, well, let's move on, and we got a lot of YOLO parks, so let's shoot through these. We've got a color prototype of their Scourge, or the AMK series. It looks great for what it is. I wasn't in love with the character. I really like the head mask thing. I don't understand why he had a mask on. And they made it a big reveal when it came off, but it wasn't anybody special. And I've looked that up, actually, and from what I can see, nobody understands why. But this looks good for what it is. It's not for me, though.
I always thought it was paying homage to Spawn. Personally, that's what, every time I see this character, that's what I think of as Spawn. So I love the definition in the chest area. There's a lot of detail there. The face is the face. I mean, it looks like they put a lot of work in here, a lot of detail, but not for me.
This one is more for you. This is the AMK series, Optimus Prime. Doesn't transform again, but I can see you getting this eventually to go with your case.
It looks great. It looks really, really good. If it transformed, I'd probably pick it up. I would pick it up. It looks really, really good, but I can't take away from I can't add more to my Transformer budget to pick these up.
Yeah. Next, they also showed off this gold Megatron. I'm assuming it's from the Golden Lagoon. This one is going to be a limited run of 100 units, and it will be sold at the Shanghai Wonder Festival in 2023 from October 2nd and 3rd. So you don't have a lot of places to get this, but it looks good for what it is. I really like the side parts, how they made those more of a copper, just to give it a little bit more dimension. It does look very nice.
Looks very good. Again, if this transformed, I'd be all over it. Transformed into a gun, which I know they aren't going to do. So easy pass.
Well, third party might. All right, let's get into some third party updates. And the first one is Mobian Studio Star Overlord Shadow. And this is a Tricerator. It's a T-Rex. And it has a little bird friend. And it looks like Grimlock. Now, do you know what this turns into other than these two?
I do not. This is my first time seeing this. No, it's not my first time seeing it. It's my first time seeing it in color.
Remember, they showed off the purple up version.
Yes.
So now I guess these are the final colors. It's very unique with the color scheme. I just don't need a giant Grimlock in my collection. If this was 8 or 9 inches tall, I'd be more inclined. But I think this is something you're going to be picking up right away.
I mean, I'm not a killer, but don't push me was a lyric that one of my favorite rappers said. I could use another sniper rifle. It looks like I like it in this form. The dinosaur is the bot mode looks good.
Looking. The dinosaur isn't the worst thing I've seen, and the bot mode is straight up Grimlock.
Yeah,
from head to toe.
I might, depending on the cost, I might be picking this up.
Oh, and the bird turns into the stock over here. And it is 34 inches long in assault rifle mode. And then with accessories, it's 46 inches long. So it's a big boy. Almost
4 feet tall. Ooh. Yeah, it's almost the size of that Metroplex. Yeah.
Well, that's the whole, I mean, it doesn't have the girth and all that.
But, yeah, the length one. But this is and
I think it already has a price, if I'm not wrong. We're gonna pause for a second, and I'm gonna look up if it has a price. All right, we're back, and it does have a price. How much do you think this is going for?
$34.99.
Buy it if it was that much. Add 50 to that. It's 85.
Sold.
I knew it. Yeah, this looks good.
So
I'll be happy to see it in your collection. I'm okay.
It's gonna look like I have like a little arsenal down here with all my little guns sitting on top of my cases.
Yeah, especially when you get that Gatling gun. Next, we've got this. So this is the Nox Promenade. So the MMC's new Nemesis Prime that's more in Scourge colors, but isn't Scourge because it's based on the Autocracy Prime. I believe that's the comic it's based off of. So if you pre-order it from any retailer, you get this bonus head, which is really cool. I wish it came with some extra parts, maybe that were cracked, maybe change the chest piece or something. But I already have it pre-ordered, so I'm going to be getting this.
I have it pre-ordered as well, so I'm looking forward to this. I didn't realize, and this is kind of easy to pass on, but there's a lot of detail in his neck area as well. You know, it just looks really good, and I don't want to get hit by whatever hit him in the head. Jeez.
That's why I wish there was a little bit of stuff we could put on his body, because it's going to look weird for his head to be banged up and the rest of him to be fine. But I mean, I'm happy to be any bonuses. I'm happy to get no matter what.
Looks like a one-hitter quitter.
Yep. Next, we've got X-Transbots MX46 Big Load. They said the final images are coming soon, so I still think this is a prototype. Because the arms aren't purple, they're black. But what do you think so far?
Well, they're coming out with two, and I forgot last time we talked about this. I forgot to mention they're coming out with 2 colors of it. So I will be picking up both. I think this looks good. Actually, it looks really, really clean. I don't know. I'm looking at the back leg. Or the back of the right leg, it looks like it's a platform, instead of a heel. But anything to help it stand up, but so far I like it, and I'm here for it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you like it because I don't. Next, we've got Fans Hobbies Jetfire and X-Load. And these are, I guess they said test shots, and they're made from the actual mold, but they're not a prototype. But I think that was some translation error because this is obviously still a prototype. Maybe not a wax prototype, which is what they showed off before. And the mold looks really good. It looks very sharp. It looks like everything you would want it to look like. And it comes with a mini-con, which is more than you could say about Hasbro's Armada figures.
I wasn't going to say it. Why are you always bringing up old stuff, James?
How was that old stuff?
Okay. I mean, it was,
last year, this year, they came out this year.
Yesterday. This is probably one of my least favorite versions of Jetfire. And
have you seen what Jetfire looks like from Armada? I mean, not Armada, Cybertron?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, because I did watch Cybertron.
The green jet?
Yeah, I think I like that one better than this. I can't remember. It wasn't memorable.
All right.
But
I'll give you that.
And let me change that. This is the one I had as a toy
that you like the least.
That I like the least.
Gotcha.
So, I've had 3 or 4 Jetfires now, 5, and this is the worst one to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Part of me is saying pick it up because you're gonna 2 years from now you're gonna be like, gosh, why didn't I pick that up? And I'll be trying to pay the late tax on it. So I'm still on the fence though.
Yeah, I actually. People were talking, and they think that Fans Hobby is going to release the oh my god, I can't speak. The main body of Prime by itself, because when you combine this, the whole trailer gets put off to the side. So they think that you'll be able to just get the Prime to combine everything. I would be down for that, but I really like this Jetfire. It's very nostalgic to me. I literally went to my storage unit the other day and was just looking at the Transformers, and I hit it wrong, and his countdown went off, and I was like, oh, it's so cute. So I probably won't pick this up, but I want to pick it up, if that makes sense.
I remember moving when I moved from San Diego to the East Coast, and I remember putting that in the box. And every time you move the box, it would start going down. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. Yep. Still never changed the batteries from.
Never changed the batteries
when these came out, and they're still going off to this day.
It still works now. Now.
All right. Next, we've got Modflan's KS01 Bless, which I guess is technically Chug because this goes on the Titan's Return. Was it?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
The Metroplex, the Fortress Maximus that came out. Now, are you going to be picking this up?
I am, and these pictures plus some other pictures I saw really make me want to pick this up because the articulation, the weapons look great on him. The hands, it looks like there's changeable hands or something like that because one, he's holding the gun in one, and then he has his hand open in another. I'm here for it. Again, I'm here for a lot of things on this episode. It seems like I love how far back.
Just wait.
Oh gosh, I love how far back the elbow bends. I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah, no, I actually do really like this too. If I had that Fortress Maximus, I would probably pick it up. But I would rather this be in Grand Max colors, even though I don't have a Grand Max either. But I'll probably be skipping it. But it does look very nice.
Yeah. I'll be picking that one up, even though I don't have a Grand Max. So.
Due to the Autumn Festival, Gang Toys is putting out some shots. I don't think any of these are new. So we've got the Longyen members of the Stegosaurus and Swoop. And in the middle, we have Hunt's Paw. So they also showed off these same things with Predaking, but I didn't add those because we've seen Predaking for 2 or 3 years at this point. Yeah, it's pretty cool that they showed these off again.
So there was one thing that they showed with the Predaking was the new chest that they're putting
There's
out.
a new chest?
Yes.
You mean the Legends one?
No, for the one we have.
There's a new chest for it? I didn't know that. I didn't read anything about that. Okay.
Yeah, so they showed the picture and they grayed out kind of the chest, so it looks like there was a new chest for it. So I don't know if that's going to be an add-on.
Are you sure that wasn't the Legends one that was gray?
Oh, was that?
Because there was a Legends one with the Razor Claw as a silver prototype.
Ah, okay, then that's what it is. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Since we've seen that before, and these are more newer figures, I had these instead.
Okay, I saw when I saw it, I saw that they were talking about a new chest, but if then the mini, the Predaking mini, then yeah, that's cool then. News update. That Dinobot is growing on me.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, here we go. Get ready for King Toys round 2. He's going to buy all of these, and then they're going to come out with them in gold, and he's going to buy all of those too. So let's move on to something else he's buying. And via Xenoport of TFW, we've got some more pictures of the Silverbolt from Dreamstar Toys. I don't think they're giving them individual names. And this thing still looks straight up like Megatron with the wrong head to me still. Hey, do you have anything else to say about this?
No, I think this is actually going to probably be my least favorite of them all, from what I can tell so far.
Because the proportions look wrong.
It looks very. The proportions look like Titan's Return. They're combining.
Or super anime with the really, really thin waist, but the really big legs and arms. It looks very Robo-esque, but that's not what I would want personally.
Yeah.
For Silverbolt.
Yeah. I have to get it, but this is probably my least favorite of them so far.
Yeah. Next, we've got this guy, which is Mechanical Skull Studios Armada Starscream, and this is from a Mang Motion video, which if you didn't see it, it's a great video whether you want this or not. I'd recommend going and watching it. I didn't know this was Legends scale. I thought it was going to be Chug scale, but it is Legends scale, and they did some pretty interesting things for it, and it looks great for what it is. It looks better than Hasbro's attempt, in my opinion.
I agreed, and we should put the video clip in the below.
Yeah, it'll be in the description below, so you guys can click on it and watch it.
The video made me want to pick this up, actually, and
really?
It did.
He does a great job with making you want to buy stuff, not just you, but anybody.
Yes. So it was. I mean, when he grabbed the sword off his back, I was just like, oh, okay. I feel like we're doing something here. So I'm not picking it up, but let us know if you're picking it up. Watch the video. It's great.
I'm sure Fans Hobby is going to be coming out with one eventually. Honestly. So I'll just wait for that.
Yeah.
Mang Motion also showed off Touch Toys Carefree J35. I'm not saying the stuff in the center. So they did a great job showing this off as well. What do you think about this?
What size is this?
This is, they didn't really show it, but it looked like it was MP scale.
I may have to watch the video. I did not see this one.
It's only a minute long. It's not as in depth as the Starscream video, but it looks like a good figure. Yeah. It looks like a nightmare to transform. I don't think they showed off any of the transformation, but to get to that really clean jet, that's gonna take some doing.
That jet is very, very clean, and
that's why I picked this picture or this screenshot in particular because it's so clean, and I know you like those undercarriages.
Yeah, this looks really, really clean. So I think I'm gonna have to be a fan and watch this clip as well because I missed this one.
All right, well, stay tuned to whether or not Bobby likes it. Let's get into what's incoming. First thing we've already talked about. This is going to be released soon. This is 3-Zero's MDLX Shattered Glass Prime. Looks great. It's only about $90, at least for the in the international market. It doesn't transform though. If I didn't collect Transformers and I collected action figures, I would be buying this.
I agree. This looks good, but I prefer that shattered glass that we saw earlier that transforms.
Honestly, I do too. I do.
And
too.
that's not just.
I just
if not because it transforms or not. I just think it looks better.
the colors look better.
Yes.
I just wish the other one had these weapons. That axe is so cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Next, we've already talked about this to death too. We've got Killer Body Scalpel. It's really not that expensive, and if you really like this character, I'd say pick it up. It's not for me though. I know Bobby's probably gonna get 3 for Halloween decorations this year.
This is not going anywhere near my cart. No, not at all.
This one is though. This is Bond and James. The U.S. version is still coming out. We talked about it that it was coming out last time, but they showed even more pictures that it's almost getting ready to ship. Here's the box. The box looks great. I know you're going to be picking up 4 of these. 2 Japanese, 2 US to have them in both bot modes, right?
No, but I did just pay for my US one.
So it looks great.
I can't wait.
Next, we've got New Age Toys Freyr, which is their swoop. It's going to be coming out soon. Here's some better pictures of it. He looks a little stubby in bot mode, but I'm assuming that's just because it's a Legends figure.
I was thinking he looks stubby in alt mode, which
he does look stubby in alt mode, but it's kind of cute in alt mode, so I was letting it go.
I love the way the missile effects on this character, and that makes me want to pick this up, even though I'm not going to.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
If they come out with some crazy color like they did with Sludge, I may backtrack and pick them all up. Then if they, because that Sludge is still calling me.
the one Sludge, the
purple
SG Sludge.
Yes, that's calling me.
That looks so nice. I'm telling you, if we see that at TFCon and it's not super expensive, it might be hard to say no. Next, let's talk about what's recently released. First thing, we already talked about this episode, so we're not going to get too much, but Studio Series Magnus was found in the US at GameStop and in the UK. So are you going to go checking your GameStops for this?
I should, because I ordered it off of Pulse and it hasn't set. I think it's saying for November, so.
Yeah. So go look it up if you want. Only thing I would warn you about is that sticker's hard to get off. And I know you like to keep your boxes.
Yeah.
So. And this is a pretty looking box. All right. Next, we've got Wave 7, I guess, of Transformers Legacy was found. I already got my guys off of Amazon, so you could get them. I didn't put it in here, but like I said earlier, I found Trashmaster and Bludgeon in a Target earlier today as well. So they are all out, so go find them. Are you hunting for one of those strong arms?
No, but I know you were hunting for that Snarl to go with your Grimlock.
I am. How did you know? Yes. So I'm looking for that. Hopefully I find it. And when I find it, I'll go ahead and I'll charge it to your credit card and ship it to you.
No.
It is the best looking one out of all of them.
It is. It is. But no. The Bombshell, I'll be getting the Bombshell soon. So
I already got mine. It's boring. It's exactly what you think it is. There's nothing innovative to it.
Yeah. I'm tired of you getting all these figures before me. I'll say that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just my luck. And lastly, we have Lucky Cat Extreme Trans ET01 Me with 2 E's. And this thing actually looks really, really good for the scale. I think they did a great job making this Legends be so accurate, and it's so tiny. If this was a core class figure from Hasbro and was $11, honestly, I'd probably pick it up and give it that secondary face and make it a new character. It doesn't have to be a Bumblebee. It could be, I don't know. Bee
Hornet.
that bumbles. I don't know. Some other name.
Hornet. Wasp.
Well, no. Wasp is already a character.
Oh.
Not Wasp. Yeah, so, no. That's you got to watch animated to learn where Wasp comes from.
I'm good. I'll get there eventually. I agree with the second face. I would definitely do the second face. That alt mode, those panels are ridiculous.
But it's like this big, so I can forgive it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
it looks better than some Hasbro figures I have, and those are bigger.
Get off of Hasbro's bumper. You are riding them hard. Get off their bumper.
Sorry. Not trying to be mean. I'm just stating facts.
But I agree. It is small. I don't know what the price point is. I probably won't be picking it up, but the second head definitely for me on this one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was a very long episode, but that is everything that I can find. Thank goodness I couldn't find more. Now, Bobby, what should they do after they're done watching this video?
Well, you should watch it again and then tell your friends to watch it again, or watch it for the first time and then they should watch it again. But while they're watching it, they should also subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, then you should subscribe. And then you should share it with your family and tell them to subscribe. And then you need to click that notification bell just so you can make sure that if you missed subscribing last week, you don't do it again. So again, we love sharing this time with you all. I think I caught it. Oh, and comment. Let us know what we did correctly. Let us know what we did wrong. Share, your thoughts. We're here to entertain. Hopefully we entertained you today with this long video.
Yeah. So let us know if you're also going to TFCon. Yes, we'd love to meet some of you guys. So that's everything we have. So we will see you guys very, very soon.
Yes. As always, till all debates are won, and subscribe.